Thanks for joining us. It just occurred to me that you're not going to be able to see Natanya till I share the screen. And yeah, because I should, you know what I'm going to do, Natanya? Can you open up another window, Natanya? I'm going to see if this works here. I'm going to shoot you an invite on your WhatsApp so you can join the restream. Let's see if we can really we're just going to make it all happen at the same time here because that's how we roll. Oh my God. Thank you for any of you, your patience. I know I was on here chirping about how excited I was that everything was working. And then, of course, with technology, it just stopped working. So we had to make sure that everything was rolling before we joined you here. So let's see if Natanya can join us. And we're going to take you on a little tour after that. This thing about tech is that you have to have, you have a little bit of patience.
I can see you.
Woo!
But you can't see me, right? You can just hear me.
We can hear you. All right. Well, at least we're partially here. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to share my screen and show you guys where we are in the metaverse. Bye-bye. Here we are. So, this is really so cool. Okay, so let me just tell you guys real quick what we've done here. So we have our Zoom call, and we are taking our Zoom call and we are actually broadcasting it in the metaverse. So let me see if I can get us a little bit closer here. So, and the problem, of course, with technology is that sometimes there are delays, and it just doesn't always want to cooperate. So it's a little bit behind here where we are. But I hope you can see that. Let me go back here, and I'm going to chat and make sure that if anyone has any questions or comments or anything that they're able to see. So this is what we have going on here. So what we've done, like I said, is we have a Zoom call that we're broadcasting in the metaverse. And I'm going to go back in. Actually, before I get to that, let me properly introduce Natanya. Natanya, I did actually give you a very little, shout out on my earlier call when I was all excited when I first got everything working, and I jumped on a call and told everyone what we're going to be doing here. So this is Natanya. She is my Web3 partner in crime. And we have been working together since the spring. Yeah. And we were in a community builder mastermind together. And then we took over. There were these women in Web3 calls that Heather Parody was running, and we took those over on Fridays, which we've been running for, I don't know, over a month now. And what we've decided to do is bring this tech into this group. We're streaming on multiple different places, but primarily in the Women's Empowerment Network, which is a group located on Facebook. And we wanted to share this with everyone to show you guys what it kind of looks like and the different things that you can do. Do you have anything you want to add, Natanya? Technology, Zoom, and not just that, we're also streaming on LinkedIn, and we're streaming on, where else are we streaming? a few other, I think even Telegram. I hooked that up. I have no idea if anyone actually even sees it, but who knows? And YouTube. So we're a few different places. So here's what I'm going to do is so I have the screen here. So they can see the screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch tabs and I'm just going to do a little tour around this space in the metaverse that we have. So I'm going to back out a little bit. If I can. There we go. I'm going to back out a little bit. And there's Natanya. That's her avatar in the metaverse. And I'm just going to roll this around here. Let me back out a little bit. Kind of give you guys a sense of the space. So this is where we are. This is a room in the metaverse. And she's taking her avatar and she's moving it around the space. And once we're in here in the space, there's a couple of things we can do is she can engage me, engage the other members. If there were other people in here, we can engage via the chat function. And then if we really want to get crazy, let's see if we can, there's also a microphone so that you can actually be heard in the space. So it's a little bit hard to tell because you're hearing my voice across several different platforms, but you can hear me now in the metaverse as well. I want to shut that off so we don't get too much feedback. But what I'm going to do here now is just take a cruise around. Here we go. There's Natanya. Hello. And and this, I just popped in here just so you guys could see. This is one of the NFTs that I minted last year. This is like a little healing frequency. There it is. Can you hear that music, Natalia? Okay. So this is a solfeggio frequency, healing, root chakra, just basically a multimedia piece of digital art that I put together. Mostly because I wanted to take a number of different pieces of media and create something. And I was just kind of curious if it would work, and it did. Because up until that point, I had I'm going to move back a little bit so we don't have that audio. Essentially, I wanted to find out if, I knew it was done. I was told it could be done, that you could have audio and video and all kinds of different things you could mint as an NFT. And I wanted to actually see if that could happen because I hadn't seen anyone else doing it. I had seen like still JPEGs, and whether that be like a, kind of a cartoon, sort of the classic PFP icon that we're used to seeing. And I had also seen some photography and fine artwork, but I hadn't seen something that sort of incorporated a number of different mediums within one thing. And turns out you can. Since then, I've seen other people do it. But that is just it's just a little piece of art that I minted, and I'm able to display it here in the metaverse. So it's an MP4. That's how it gets that like, woo. So I'm going to move up. The zoom in. Yeah, it's supposed to be kind of a breathing. I did. Thank you. So for those of you that might be wondering, what the heck, why do we care? What the hell is this about? Why are you showing us this? The fact is that there's a lot of different things. It doesn't have to be just a picture. There are, I'm going to have Natanya speak about this in a sec, but there's a lot of different ways that you can leverage this technology. It does not have to be just a cartoon, like I said, the sort of classic things when we see people diss it on the news, the Bored Apes projects and things like that. And it doesn't have to be just a piece of fine art. It can be interactive things. It can be multimedia. It can have contracts. If you're on the Ethereum blockchain, there can be a contract attached to this NFT that if you were to purchase it, or I were to airdrop it into your wallet, it would have something that you would get, so that the possession of that NFT gets you some kind of access to something, possibly a membership community. And for all of you people out there that are thinking about, maybe I might want to have a membership community. Maybe I might, I'm a coach and I want to have some kind of membership community. And, Kajabi is not really rocking my world, right? There's a lot of people out there that just really aren't, kind of not too excited about a lot of the options for these sorts of things. With Web3, you can create a whole, like I said, right here, we're here in a space, right? We're in the metaverse, in this space. You could hold sessions in here, you could hold workshops in here, and you can what they call tokening, which is essentially requires the possession of an NFT to allow you access. And so it's just the implications are just wild, all the different all the different things that you can do with it. Tanya, do you want to talk about some of your experiences and what you've been using in the Web3 space, like your B paper and some of your other fun projects that you've been working on? Ooh. Mm-hmm. 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 That is amazing. I love that. Mm-hmm. That's one of the things I really like about the space is that you don't have to have the cryptocurrency wallet in order to be able to participate in a lot of the the different things that are available. It doesn't have to be. It's not just for those people, and that's a great way to get people involved and excited about it. Is that if you have some things that are only and when I say wallet, I think people get a little bit nervous and they think that there's necessarily money involved. You don't have to have any money in the wallet. You don't have to have money to be able to open the wallet. The wallet is just the thing that's used, and then once you have that, we could take we're going to call it, like, let's say, and for those of you that aren't super Web3 literate, I'm going to try to really simplify it. you could take the quote unquote invitation. We can take an invitation. And if we take that invitation and we put it in your wallet, that's like admission to like a private party. Like you show up, they're like, where's your invitation? You're like, here it is. So that's a way to do that if you want to keep it for, if you want to not allow everyone in or only keep it for, a certain number of people. There's lots of different reasons why you might want to do something like that and not have it just open to the general public. Like right now, for example, this room we're in, and I'm just going to move around here in the space, just I'm sharing my screen here. That, there's no one else in here, but there very well could be. If I had turned this into a public space and given it a name, other people might want to show up, and that might be fine. That might be something that, you're okay with, but depends upon, what you're doing and what you're trying to achieve. So let's see. I think I actually had said, Natanya, when I got so excited when I got all the tech working, and I jumped on and I did a little teaser in the Women's Empowerment Network Facebook group that I was going to make a big announcement, right? And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to rip off the Band-Aid because I need to talk about it, so then I'll actually do it and follow up, because now that we've already talked about that we're going to do this. So the date is to be determined. We do not have a hard date yet, but our exciting news is that we are going to hold the world's first Women's Empowerment Conference in the metaverse. Very first one. We're going to be the first ones to do it. That is our plan, and we are going to make it happen. So for any of you that are curious about this, that want to get involved, I'm going to be reaching out to speakers. And you're not, and before before people panic and say, oh my God, I could never do it. The tech, you're not going to have to deal with the tech. That's going to be right. I mean, that's going to be the piece that we're offering is that, if you want to speak, you don't have to worry about all this metaverse stuff. You don't have to be well-versed in this. The conference, the focus of the conference is going to be empowering women. It just so happens that it's going to take place in the metaverse. So it doesn't need to be something that you need to worry about. And then well, of course, if you want to learn more and you want to be able to do it on, the tech on your own, we welcome that as well. But we're going to help you out with that. And then in addition to that, we are also going to be having spaces for, just like a traditional conference, for exhibitors. So if you are some sort of, you have some kind of business, product, service provider, or you really don't have any of those things, you're just excited and you want an opportunity to be involved and kind of show up and be a part of this event, we're going to have plenty of opportunity for everyone to be a part of this, because I think you'll have to go back and watch my my teaser video I did in the Empowerment Network. I was like so excited about getting everything working, and I was over caffeinated, and I was like shrieking about getting involved. But here's the reality when it comes to Web3, is that, and I said this a little bit earlier when I did the quick live. Women, we talk about these spaces that are like for men, or that male dominated spaces, and that Web3 and cryptocurrency and all that kind of stuff is kind of like a bro kind of space. And the reality is, if we want a seat at the table, no one's going to give it to us. No one's going to pull out a chair for us. So we need to sit our asses down, right? And say, hello, we're here too. And that's what this is about. So whether or not you're looking for some kind of way to pivot your business in Web3, or you just want to show up, right? You just want to show up and be a part of this. I encourage you to get involved with the conference in some capacity, so we can show up strong, and we can turn around and say, I'm afraid about this, because I think there's a cap on the number of people that can show up in the space at one time. But we're going to work around that. But I would love to be able to say, when it's said and done, hey, we had, 500 women show up for this. Wouldn't that be amazing? 500 women that showed up for this, Women's Empowerment Conference taking place in the metaverse. And really start making some waves, right? And doing some things that are exciting and out of the box. And like I said, not waiting for an invitation or someone to give us, I think that's what I was looking for, the expression I was looking for, not waiting for permission, because no one's going to us. No one's going to turn around and say, oh, there's a lot of men here. You ladies want to join? They're not going to do that. And if we want to be a part of it, we need to make that happen. And that's what we're trying to do here. That's my rant. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, I'm excited, and I hope that we can, over the upcoming weeks, sort of really convey that to anyone might be watching that might not understand or not maybe not be be curious but kind of unsure, like, again, why should I care? Why does this matter? And maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't matter to you. But if you're not happy with where you're at and you're not happy with where your business is at, and you're looking to pivot and expand and change, this is a great place, mostly because it's not, the market is not saturated. So whatever your niche is, there's a good chance that you are going to be the only one doing it. You start doing it Web3, you'll be the first. What I'm going to do now is actually switch my screen share to a different, I'm going to switch to a different tab. I want to show you what it looks like. Here we are. So I want to show you what it looks like on the creator end, right? So essentially what we have here, I want to make sure everyone can see. Whoop, you haven't seen it. Here we go. What we have here, this is what it looks like on my end when, I'm setting it up. So if you take a look here, you can see all these squares represent places where you can put things. And each one of these things can be a YouTube stream or an NFT. And when I say NFT, don't, I always care, a digital file. I guess I'll say that for the people that have been, just have a block around it when they hear the word NFT. Some kind of digital file, whether that be some kind of a digital business card, or even, if you have a video that you create talking about your product or your service. So this is, kind of what we're envisioning is holding a conference in this space. And we're going to have speakers. And just like you can see right here, you can see Natanya and I on the screen here. We're going to have speakers that are going to be coming to us. We're going to be streaming them via Zoom. And then we're going to have these basically exhibitor areas where you're going to have the opportunity to share something related to your business. And, if you need help with that, I can help you. We can help you with that. I don't want to speak for Natanya, but I can help you with that. And you're going to be able to put something related to your business, some kind of message that you want to get out. And the people that attend the conference, whether that whether they actually show up in the metaverse, right? Like this, like if they're in this room, or via streaming, they're going to be able to see that. We're going to take people on tours. They can look at the different things. And so for no matter where you are in terms of your ability and your level of tech savviness, looks like I lost Natanya. Your level of tech savviness, you're going to be able.
I'm here.
You're here? Oh,
yeah, I'm here. I just realized if I pause my video on Zoom, then you can add me on the other stream.
Ah, okay. Here we go.
It doesn't allow me to have two cameras on at the same time. So
there we go. There she is.
But then you don't see me on the Zoom channel.
That's okay, because the Zoom channel's it's like on a delay anyway, and okay. Typically, like, when it's conference time, let's see, lost sound at 3:05. Hopefully, yep, here and now. Okay. Thank you, thank you, Facebook user, for advising us on the sound. And that's, one of the things that I just wanted to mention, that especially when it comes to tech stuff, we get fearful around, I don't know if I want to do it and I have to wait till it's perfect. And unfortunately, when you're dealing with like new technology, you're going to have these glitchy things and you have to be able to roll with it. So, if you are interested and you want to be a part of the conference, reach out to us, reach out to me. You know how to find me here in the Women's Empowerment Network. And oh God, all the other places that we're streaming right now, I don't even remember how many of them I clicked. But there's definitely going to be a spot for, no matter where you're at, no matter what your interest level is, what your level of technology experience is, we're going to be able to find a way to get everybody involved. We're going to kicking and screaming. We're going to drag you all with us.
And we did say it doesn't have to be live, right? It can be pre-recorded.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So if you're someone who like, I want to be a part of the conference and I want to be a speaker, I have something empowering to share, but the thoughts of going live and the technology and all of that is terrifying. You can pre-record your content and we can broadcast it during the conference. If you want to go live, we can do that as well. And again, for all of you business owners out there, or really just, it doesn't even have to be a business owner. If you have something that you're excited about, right, and you want to share it with other women, but you don't want to necessarily be a speaker, you can have a spot in the exhibition hall, is what we'll call it. You can be an exhibitor, and it can be anything. It can be, I'm going to demonstrate how to make my grandmother's special recipe. I mean, I'm just, this is how I do this certain type of, yoga routine. I'm really just throwing things out there, but I just want to make all of you understand this doesn't have to be tech related. It doesn't have to be big business related. It doesn't have to be, I'm launching a course. It's this major thing. This is just about women coming together in a novel space in order to feel empowered, in order to be inspired, and in order to do something that's just a little different, a little outside the norm. And then you can turn around and say, hey, I was a speaker at the world's first Women's Empowerment Conference in the metaverse. I mean, who knows what that'll get you? But hey, why not? I mean, again, no one's going to invite us. No one's going to pull out the chair and say, oh, sit down and join us. If we want to be a part of future, we have to do it. We got to do it ourselves.
Yeah, and like you're saying, you can display anything. It can be your favorite poem. It can be a photography you've taken on your nature walk. It can be absolutely, possibilities are endless. So it can be something static. It can be an audio. It can be a video. It can be absolutely anything. Like you're saying, a recipe, your favorite recipe. So yeah.
Anything. And any of my friends that are photographers or, artists of some way, or, fitness professionals, or you deal in any kind of anything empowering or inspiring, fair warning, you better shut off your DMs, because I will be hounding all of you, because I already have a list of all the people that I know that, and there are a lot of you that I don't know, but I have a list of people that I know that are beautiful photographers and have great photography, and I would love to have them exhibit. Trisha Chamberlain, I'm talking to you. I don't even know if you, I know you're a member of this group, but I don't know if you're going to see this. And already have someone in mind that I'm going to ask if she's going to be interested in DJing. So you better run, Nancy, because I'm going to be asking you if you want to be the DJ. I'm just calling everyone out now. You know, because when you think about it, I mean, we all have these friends that have these skills, that have these abilities, that, you know, maybe whether or not they want to play big is inconsequential. You know, they're playing a little bit small, like people aren't aware of their talents and their gifts. And then we look at and we emulate these other women that are like, oh, wow, look what they do. Where we have these people in our circle too. And I think about, I was just talking about this with Brianna White, the one that my co-host for Real Confidence yesterday. I started thinking about, I don't know, have you seen the movie, Natanya, 13 Going on 30?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
With yeah,
Yeah, with Jennifer Garner.
Jennifer. Yeah.
Love that movie. So if
Yeah.
you recall in that movie, they both had, you know, they had to put together the magazine spread. That was like the big thing. And they were putting together the magazine spread, and she decided to buck the trend of having the really edgy and kind of fashionista, terrifying vibe, and went with like a hometown kind of like, these are the women that could be your neighbor or your babysitter or your teacher. This is what I'm talking about. Like we know these women, right? Like it doesn't have to be this like influencer with 1 million followers. We all know women that have shit that they are doing that is good and amazing and inspiring and empowering. And people don't know about it. Now, maybe they don't want people to know about it, and that's okay. But to give them a space to sort of display that in front of, you know, a smaller crowd, being able to amplify their gifts and their skills and show the, you know, the world, or the people that come to the conference, at least, you know, what they're capable of. And then by doing that, someone else in the group can look and go, oh, I know her, I'm in the group with her, and look what she's doing. Oh, wait a minute, I do something kind of like that too, why don't I do it? Instead of this feeling like, oh, if I'm not at the level of the Instagram influencer with 1 million followers, or the TikToker that, you know, I don't know, makes these earbud covers, and
Yeah.
she's got 8 billion followers, and she's crafty, but I'm just as crafty as she is, if not better. But she happened to, you know, hit it right and have some reels that got the views. You know, we all know these people. And that's what gets me like fired up, because you know, when I see people that I'm like, oh, come, you know what I mean? Like, you have it, but
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
crazy,
yeah.
they're afraid. Like, just come on and do it. You
Yeah.
know, that's what gets me excited. Anyway,
Yeah. Yeah,
that's my rant.
100%. Yeah, I love it. And it's often the little things, you know, and it's often the things we do on a daily basis that we think are
Yes.
little or insignificant or nothing. And it's actually those things that are worth highlighting.
Hmm.
Um,
Yes.
and so I think it's each and every one of us that, you know, has something to showcase.
Hmm.
So I'm absolutely, yeah, I'm absolutely with you. And I love, you know, using this platform for it. Yeah.
So I'm excited about this. God, I've been doing a lot of talking. Natanya, do you have anything you want to say? I've been like really blabbing. When I get excited about stuff, I can't shut up.
I love it. You're on fire. It's
I'm
awesome.
so excited. I haven't been excited about something. I can't even tell you how long it's been since something has really
Oh,
got me excited, a project, something to really, you know.
yeah.
And this is it. Finally, I hit on something. I'm like, yes,
Yeah,
this
I
is
love it.
right. This feels good.
Yeah, so awesome. Yeah, I can see it. It's like, you know, it's caught fire. I love it. It's awesome. Yeah, and I think we're also, you know, this is sort of our first session in the metaverse on cyber. And I do think, you know, if there's people that, you know, will drop questions or want to see more or how to's and whatnot, we can, you know, we can go back into the metaverse with, you know, specific maybe
Hmm.
questions or requests or whatever, and you know, show them around more, or set up a gallery together or whatever it is. So there's lots of potential with this. So depending on, you know, where people stand and where their interests lie, we can
Hmm.
do, you know, we can grow or we can, add to what we've done today. This is really sort of an introductory to what's
Yes.
possible with it. So, yeah.
Exciting. Great. Um, well, I'm all set. If you have anything else you want to add,
I think it's plenty for today. I think it's awesome. We
good.
covered quite a
Good.
bit. Yeah.
So, any of you ladies out there that are interested in being a part of this, you know where to find me. Um, and we're going to continue the conversation. We'll be back here next Friday, and we're going to, again, just continue to keep doing this and, trying to get people involved and get people excited and showing the different technology and, set some things up in there for people to kind of take a peek at. If I can maybe talk to Tanya into displaying some of her artwork, that her NFTs that she has recently minted. She just minted a series of photographs with audio,
Yeah,
right?
I love it. I did some nature recordings and added that to it. So, yeah, I'd love to take you on a tour through my space next week,
Yes.
maybe. Yeah,
All right.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for joining us. I'm really excited about this, and hopefully we're going to do some really great things together. Have a great weekend, and oh yeah, we'll be back. Happy Thanksgiving
Oh,
for
yeah.
all of you that
Okay.
are celebrating. Thanksgiving is next week, but we'll be back here. I'll plan on being here Friday,
Awesome.
and Natanya will be here as well, and
Yeah.
we'll continue this conversation.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Thanks so much for having me.